Good day to all. This is a peaceful channel, so any hateful, negative, trolling, or political comments will be deleted, and those who made those comments will be blocked. So in this particular video, I'm just going to summarize state fair trip that we had, and then just give a little update on Bevin quick. So first, let me start with Bevin. As I stated in my last short just a few minutes ago, well, not a few, like 15-20 minutes ago, Bevin had gotten stung by a couple of bees. She's still just resting, still pretty miserable. When I try to examine her mouth, she just paws me away, kind of whines a little bit. The swelling does seem to be going down a little bit, but I guess we just wait and see. So, as far as state fair trip went, Tristan had a good time. Tristan had fun. It was a great time for him. We got there, we left here around 11, and the very first thing we did when we got there was the Haunted Mansion. And I have to say that the Haunted Mansion really stepped up its game this year. The music and sound effects were a lot louder than previous years, and the actors were really upped their game. And even when Tristan tried to talk to them, they made it their point to try to scare them. So we got a few jump scares in there. Even Tristan commented how they really turned it up a notch this year. So well done to the Haunted Mansion. And then after that, we went on the Sky Ride. We did three round trips. So that's one way, then the other way, then another way, and then another way. So 6 tickets. He wanted to do 6 round trips, but at $10 for one way. So with 3 round trips, that was $60. So if we did another 3 round trips, that would have been $120. And we just didn't do that. So he was going to do 3 round trips with me and then 3 round trips with Grandma, my mother. But after the 3 round trips with me, he was ready to go to the animal barns, which was the highlight for Tristan. So Tristan's favorite animal this year was the goats. First barn we went to was the goats and sheep, and Tristan absolutely loved it in there. All the goats came up to the edge of the fence and stood up on it, and Tristan got to pet them, and they were nuzzling him and nibbling at his hands and everything. It was he absolutely loved it. We spent a good 45 minutes to an hour in there. And then we kept going back to the same ones, because when we left, they kind of leaned, wanting him to continue. So after that, we went to the rabbits and poultry, which was pretty fun. He didn't really enjoy it as much as the goats. Actually, we didn't see any sheep in there. We just saw goats. But let's see. One thing that was kind of different that I noticed this year that I didn't notice previous years, like literally all the previous years of my life, but they were selling rabbits and chickens and roosters there this year. Like roosters were going for $20 and rabbits were going for $40. And there's this one rooster that kept crowing, and Tristan insisted that it was calling out to him and wanted an emotional support rooster that he would keep in his room to keep it away from Bevin. And needless to say, no, we did not get an emotional support rooster. So we had some fun in there. There were chickens, roosters, geese, ducks, and there was a few fowl that I didn't know exactly what breed they were, but they had kind of like cotton tops that was like covering their eyes. It was kind of weird. Anyway, there were those as well. And then from there, we went to the horse barn. And we didn't spend much time in the horse barn. Tristan just was trying to seek out a couple of horses that were neighing because he thought that they were like calling for help. So we went to the horse barn, spent just a few minutes, a quick walk through in there. Then we went to the cattle barn and did a really quick walk through the cattle barn because there were a couple of cows that were mooing in there, and Tristan wanted to find those ones as well. And then he was done. He was really wiped out. He was the heat was really getting to him. He had heat rash all over his body, even at his hairline and everything like that. And we kept having him sip water to keep him hydrated and everything. But he was done. So we did the Haunted Mansion sky ride round trip 3 times. Then the sheep and goat barn. Then the rabbits and poultry barn. Then the horse barn, and then the cattle barn, and he was done. So that was his day. So him and my mom were heading out. I stayed because I just wanted to get the food items I wanted and everything like that. So I got my usual traditional foot-long hot dog at the same exact stand that I always get it every year of my life. Got that, and then I got, of course I got a large lemonade. Got the foot-long hot dog, and then I got the dill pickle cream cheese, cheese curd tacos. Dill pickle cheese curd tacos, which were okay. But then my mother, she admits this, being sort of technology ignorant and everything, she couldn't figure out how to use the Lyft app on her phone. So she called me, and I tried to talk her through it, and she couldn't figure out the Lyft app on her phone. So what I did is I realized that I needed to get Tristan home. So I just, had a couple of things that I had, and then I went to go meet them at the place where they're at to catch the lift. So I didn't stay at the fair either after they left. Well, not very long, because I just had a couple of things. So my time at the fair this year was essentially a complete flop. Tristan had a great time. Tristan did all the things that he wanted to do. I, however, only did a couple of things, and then I left. So it was not a great time for me. I did not enjoy the fair this year. But it is what it is. I had to get Tristan home. I didn't want to wait to give my mom time to just figure it out herself, because that would have been hours. So anyway, but whatever. I just went back to the bank and deposited the rest of the state fair funds I had, and that's just put away for when I needed it. So that was the state fair. Pretty much a flop. Anyway, and then that was it. And then after that, I decided to let Tristan crash out at grandma's for one more night, because as of tomorrow, Tristan's going to be a freshman, in high school. So I wanted to give him, one last, overnight at grandma's, and then it's gonna go back to the every other weekend type thing, and then see what else. That was really about it for that day. As of yesterday, when I took Bevin outside last evening, we ran into Coda and her human. And Coda usually is one of Bevin's best playmates, but Coda and her sister Athena, they look almost identical. And if you remember from past videos, Athena is the one that beat up Bevin. So Bevin was absolutely freaked out interacting with Coda. Coda wanted to play because Coda recognized Bevin right away. But Bevin put her tail between her legs and was just trying to pull me away from them. But eventually, with me and Coda's human, trying to encourage them, they got to sniffing each other, and all of a sudden, just like a light switch, Bevin recognized that it was Coda and not Athena, and they were just back to being good friends like they've been before. So that was really cool. That Bevin got over her traumatization from Athena by playing with Coda, and it was a really positive experience last night. So that's about it. That sums up the state fair being a flop, and now starting tomorrow we start the school year again and just moving forward with everything. So with the school year coming up, there'll probably be quite a few more videos, more Tristan related and how school is going and everything. Of course, I'll update on my life as well, but let's face it, my life just isn't nearly as interesting as Tristan's is. My life consists basically of this apartment here, being an introvert and everything like that. Anyway, so we're at 12 minutes and 42 seconds, 43, 44, 45, 46. On this particular channel, we do only have 2 subscribers. Count them, 2 subscribers. I would appreciate more. So if you would be so kind to spread this channel around, I would greatly appreciate it. And if we get up to 100 subscribers, I will start doing lives. Also, please check out our other channel. It's centered mainly around Tristan and autism. You can either look it up by my name, Harlequin Dove, or I'll put a link to it in the description. That's about it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you much. Bye.